Hey guys, welcome to another video of Saga. My name is Deep, and in this video we are talking about Menworks, an Indian perfume house making inspired version of perfumes. And I already purchased a few perfumes way back, but then I never made a full-fledged video about the ones that I liked and what is my overall experience with Menworks, because I think I included some of them in the lists that I was sharing, like 7 gym perfumes that you should try or something, but I never made a video about the perfumes that I have from Menworks and what is my overall take on them. So in this video, I'm going to share my list or my ranking for the 5 perfumes that I have with me. And at the same time, I'm going to talk about how close they are to the OG, what is the projection, what is the longevity, and in case you want to see a specific review about one particular perfume from Menworks. And if it's in today's list, I think this video is for you, which will help you decide whether to go for the perfume or you should just skip on it, okay? But before I get started with the video, the disclaimer that I want to put out is this is not a paid promotion, this is not a sponsored video, and the list that I'm sharing today, as in the ranking system that I'm going to share with you today, is my own personal list. It might vary from person to person. Coming at number 5 in today's list for me is Menworks MYSLV. I am keeping it at number 5, but this is one of my favorite perfume from Menworks. But what is the reason for keeping it at number 5? The reason is going to be shared very shortly, but let's talk about how the perfume smells, okay? If you have ever smelled YSL MYSLV, that's the singular one. This is Menworks MYSLVs. This is the plural one, okay? Now, this is almost like 80-85% over there, but there is some nuanced differences over here, which I'm going to share very shortly. The DNA of YSL MYSLV is basically floral and citruses blend in together to form a very nice combination. What Menworks have done is basically added a little bit of musk into the picture, and they have changed the character to some level in terms of the ratio of citruses and the florals. That is the only thing. Apart from that, this perfume smells exquisite. I love the perfume, okay? And something that I noticed and I want to highlight over here, if you go into Fragrantica and check the notes of YSL MYSLV, a perfume costing around 9 to 10,000 rupees. At the base, they have used a compound which is Ambrofix. That's a stable compound which comes as an alternative to ambroxan, and this is trademarked by Givaudan. The same compound has been used by Menworks over here as well, and I'm happy to see that they have amped up the game of using quality stuff over here. Now, the only thing that this is different is in the way this smells at the dry down, where some musk is added into the note. That is it. But apart from that, this is a very floral citrus perfume that blends everything so well together. This featured in my best gym perfumes, and I still wear it to the gym. You see, I have used a lot over here. After having so many perfumes, still I use it from time to time. The only complaint that I have, and that is the reason I'm keeping it number 4, is the projection. It's a moderately projecting perfume. So much so that, somebody needs to come in close proximity to smell the perfume, but projects properly. Like for 40 to 50 minutes, this will project. But the projection on this one is on the weaker side of moderateness. I mean, if I have to give like moderate is 75, beast mode is 100, this comes at around 60 in terms of the scoring. The overall longevity that I get with this perfume is around 6 to 6.5 hours now, after the perfume has rested and settled. Initially, when I got it, I was getting around 4 to 5 hours. Now the longevity has increased, which is like 5 to 6, like 6.5, I would say maximum. Sometimes it gives me around 5, sometimes it gives me around 6 to 6.5. This is the reason I'm quoting over here. But this is one of those perfumes that you will see in Menworks, which is kind of expensive by the Menworks standard, because most of the perfume sells for around $7.99 for 50 ml. Although this one is available at $9.99 for a 50 ml. That is like 200 rupees more than the rest, but I feel whatever they have done over here, they have done exquisitely well. The oil concentration in this perfume is 25% as per the website, and I feel that it's in good quantity, like the oil concentration. And also, the perfume doesn't feel synthetic at all. There is very, very, very less amount of alcoholic blast, which anyway settles within 60 seconds, maybe a minute to a minute and a half. You won't even barely notice any alcoholic blast. The blend is so good. And that is the reason coming at number 5, this is Menworks MYSLVs, a very good alternative to YSL MYSLV, but I won't say this is a head-to-head clone. I say this is a much, much better Indianized version, having a bit of musky character in it. At number 4, Atlantic Chill. Now, if you know the name, you already know this is very similar to Pacific Chill. That was Pacific Ocean. This is Atlantic Ocean. Okay? Jokes apart, this is a very good rendition, and trust me when I say this, Forget Afnan Rare Reef. Forget the other clones that people are going gaga over. Those cost 2600, 2500. If you really want to smell like Pacific Chill perfume, get this, man. It's very inexpensive. $7.99 for a 50 ml. I got a smaller bottle because I don't like the DNA, and that is the reason this is at number 4. If you like Pacific Chill DNA, this should be at number 1. The reason why I'm saying this is because this copies the exact note of Pacific Chill, but then adds a bit of more lemon into the mix. In the opening, you get some sharp lemon, very powerful lemon, along with the notes of Pacific Chill. In the dry down that you get, you have got that fig, apricot. But in the website, in their own website, they don't mention the dried fruits, okay, in the notes. But somehow you do get the notes of dried fruit over here. I don't know why they didn't mention it. Maybe they have forgot. I don't know. But it does smell like Pacific Chill. And I already tested another one, which is West Coast, coming from Ababel. This sells for around $9.99. This is 200 rupees cheaper at $7.99. But does that mean this is inferior in quality? No. This is really good in terms of the blend. Again, this doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel that having that alcoholic blast that, some of the cheaper perfumes get. And in case you want to see a comparo between the two, do let me know. Or in case you want to see a clone war, like trying out different Pacific Chill clones, do let me know. But the only reason this is at number 4 is because I don't like the DNA. Chandrima loves the DNA. That is the reason she has used a lot of this juice already. Now, the projection and the longevity on this one is like top notch. And that is the reason I'm saying, if you like the DNA of Pacific Chill, this should be at number 1 for you. Reason, this projects around 1 to 1.5 hours, with the first hour being very strong. Chandrima wears it to the gym, and I start getting whiffs of it more often than not. And for the first 1 hour, it projects crazy. For the next 30 minutes, it does project, but in a very, very, very minute. The projection gets softer. The overall longevity that Chandrima gets on her clothes is around 6 to 7 hours. I have applied it only quite a few times because I don't like the DNA, but it has given me like 6 to 7 hours of longevity when I've applied it on my clothes. That too during this season, like summer to monsoon transition. Okay. And at number 4, the pricing on this one, I think I told 15 ml would cost 300, a 50 ml would cost 7.99, and Menworks is selling 2 ml testers that you can try before you buy, basically. So in case you want to try any of this perfume, get the testers first, check if you like them, and then go for the full bottles. The third one on my list, Wanted. If you don't know what Wanted is, that's basically their rendition of Azaro Most Wanted. In their YouTube channel, the one that is created by Menworks, they mention that this is their mix-up between EDP and Parfum. I don't agree. Sorry, I don't agree. I feel this is a more airier version of EDP. Even in the notes, if you check the notes that they have put in their website, this has got the exact notes of EDP Intense, which is amberwood, toffee, and cardamom. That is what this perfume has, okay? And the ginger that Parfum has and the spicy notes, it doesn't have that, okay? It's basically EDP Intense in my opinion, but more airier, a bit more lighter, not that dense. Now, there's one thing that I also need to highlight. There's this perfume, Intense Wayfarer. In my Clone Wars of Most Wanted EDP Intense, this was the winner. Now suddenly this perfume has went out of stock, and a lot of people are asking for a good alternative in case they don't get the EDP Intense or the Wayfarer Intense Wayfarer basically. I think Wanted from Menworks can be a really good option for you, subjected this is not as dense or has the depth as Intense Wayfarer has, because it's a bit more on the airier side. The spices might seem a bit less on this one. The sweetness also might feel a bit mellowed, but that's good according to me. If anybody gets choked out by the sweetness of Intense Wayfarer, they can absolutely go for this. Pricing wise, again, $7.99 for a 50 ml, 300 rupees for a 15 ml. I got the 15 ml because I really didn't want to get more of that Most Wanted DNA. I already have a lot. I just wanted to test it out. So 15 ml I got. And honestly, I don't have any problem. And I feel that if you are looking for that Most Wanted DNA, you can definitely give this a shot. Get the 2 ml tester, see if you like it. If you like it, then go for this one. And pricing wise, this is also good. $7.99, inexpensive I feel. And the blend quality on this one is again too good. The only thing over here is the projection and longevity is not as great as Intense Wayfarer. It projects for around 40 to 50 minutes in a moderate way. And the overall longevity of this perfume is around 6 to 6.5 hours. But I think it's a decent one coming at this price point. So that's Wanted. Coming at number 3 for me in my ranking from Menworks. At number 2, this is Golden Reserve, and this is coming at number 2 because of two reasons. One, I like the DNA, but this is more suited for the Indian weather. And number 2, I feel that this perfume does justice to the way, the entire blend has been created thinking about the Indian weather. Why? Lamal Elixir is the name of the perfume. This has been inspired by Golden Reserve, but this is a bit more on the fresher take. This has got some notes of orange into it. I have made a clone war of Lamal Elixir in the past, but this didn't win at that point in time, the clone war. But this did win my heart because over here the note of honey and tobacco is nuanced. They have introduced some orange, like zesty orange into the mix, making it a bit more fresher, bit more well-rounded for the Indian weather. And I feel this is way more wearable. And the pricing on this one is again $7.99 for a 50 ml, 300 rupees for a 15 ml, and the overall projection on this one is around 40 to 50 minutes, and the longevity is around 6 to 6.5 hours. Again, this one when I bought, it was giving me around an overall longevity of 4 to 5 hours. Now it has got better over time. It gives me around 6 to 6.5 hours during the current weather, and all the longevity that I'm mentioning over here is on my clothes. I don't apply them on the skin, so I'm just letting you know what I feel, what I experience on my clothes. Okay, that's Menworks Golden Reserve coming at number 2 for me. A very good rendition or an Indian version of the JPJ Lamal Elixir according to me. At number 1, this has got the highest amount of praises from a lot of other reviewers as well, and I know why. This is Menworks Elixir. This is their take on Dior Sauvage Elixir, and it's a very well blended perfume in my opinion. Is it the most 1-to-1 clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir? I would say no. It's kind of there, but then there is some, it's more of a 1-to-1 clone to Latafa's, Asad, but better in terms of the blend quality. I felt Asad is a bit more sharper, a bit more, stingy, and the alcoholic blast on that one is a bit more. Over here, it's more well-rounded. It doesn't have that rough edges that Latafa's Asad have. Although this is a bit more airier version, so you need to spray this a bit more than Asad, in my opinion. In terms of the difference with the OG, this is a bit more spicy. OG has a nuanced sweetness. I mean, there is a bit more depth into the perfume. Over here, the depth is a bit lacking, but in case you are kind of confused between Asad and this one, I think you can go for this one any day. In terms of the blend quality, this is really good. Unfortunately, due to some reason, this is not available in 50 ml. This is only available in a smaller bottle and then the 100 ml one. But the pricing is same. It is available at 1600 for 100 ml, like 1599. Basically 1600 for 100 ml, and it's similar. Like these are 799, so technically around 800 for a 50 ml. This is 1599, so around 800 for a 50 ml over here as well. In terms of the juice quality, this is also nice, but one fellow gentleman who does reviews online for perfumes highlighted this, and I should mention the atomizer on this one needs some work. Okay, there is a flaw in the atomizer which I think Menworks should work on, which is not the case with this bottles. Over here the atomizers are really good, there is no problem, but over here the atomizer has a bit of design flaw, and I think Menworks should address this right away. Apart from that, in terms of the smell, I already told. In terms of the projection, this projected around 40 to 50 minutes properly when applied on the clothes, and the overall longevity that I've received from this perfume is again around 6 to 6.5 hours on my clothes. Maybe over a period of time during the winters, this might perform better, but as of now, that is what I'm getting from this perfume. But this is at number 1 for me because of the way this perfume smells. I feel this is something that anybody looking for the Dior Sauvage Elixir DNA can go for this perfume, and I just loved these 5 perfumes from Menworks in the order or ranking that I shared. Overall, what is my take with Menworks? Menworks is doing really great in terms of the overall blend. They are not cheap. They are not using synthetic, badly blended perfumes. No, they are good. The pricing that they are quoting for the perfumes, I think this is an honest pricing. Unlike some other brands who are selling 50 ml bottles at $9.99, saying like they are the direct inspired version of those perfumes, better than that. Now, in terms of the overall experience with Menworks, it has been great. I didn't have any problem purchasing, and I think they're available in Myntra, Flipkart, blah blah blah. Well, like there is no issues, like unlike some other brands which are available only in their native website. So that was good. So that is my overall experience with Menworks. In case you have any queries or concerns with these perfumes, do let me know. In case you want me to try some other perfume from Menworks, do let me know. I will have to purchase them and then I can make a video about them. And in case you have any queries for any other perfume for that matter, you can use the comment section or my Instagram handle, which is Saga Online. I'll try my best to answer them as soon as possible. But before I end the video, I also wanted to highlight this. I'm actually testing this one as well, which is Alham by Ajmal. And in case you want to see another clone war for the elixirs after the introduction of Menworks Elixir and Alham and some other perfumes, do let me know. I can make a video on that as well. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye-bye.